Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We're going to start with the Wyatt Sicks folder. I actually don't know how much is in the folders. We're going to find out together. But yeah, look at this. Wrestling Burner says Uncle Howdy cosplayer meeting an admirer. And obviously it's Jason Baker. Jason Baker said bro had no clue. I really like this because apparently this person didn't know who this was, which I can totally understand. This is the guy that designed the masks for Howdy, Wyatt Sicks, Fiend. He was there for Bray when Bray returned. In fact, he was the Fiend at Extreme Rules. You know, we saw the Fiend in the crowd. Well, that was played by Jason. So Jason brought all of this to life, and this guy just didn't even know, so that's really fun. And it must have been so rewarding for Jason as well, because it looks like he's at some sort of fan convention or something, and this guy is bumped into this guy and is like, I don't know who asked who, I'd imagine he asked him, can I get a picture? And then he's put it up and he said, bro had no clue, so I love that. I think that's so fun. This guy will probably kick himself when he realizes, but this picture will always live forever, so hopefully he doesn't regret it too much. Dave has got a theory, and I really like this. So here, Dave is talking about how we keep seeing the Pluto symbols behind women's tag teams. So it was behind Alba and Isla. It was behind Damage Control. It was behind Bianca and Jade's. It was also behind Nick Aldis, but his, authority, isn't he, on Smackdown? So, basically what Dave is saying is, what if this was telling us about Alexa and Nikki? And that's because the Pluto symbol keeps popping up behind women's tag teams. The Pluto symbol looks a little bit like the kind of female gender symbol. And what if this wasn't, because we saw this at the time, and the leading theory was this was Alexa and Bo, and that they were working together to bring this group to life. But what if this is actually Nikki and Alexa, and they're putting the women's tag division on notice? Which I just think is really fun. I mean, I don't really have a reason as to why that wouldn't be the case. The Pluto symbol, it represents rebirth. And that, we could be seeing the rebirth of Alexa. She's been gone for a long time. We haven't seen her since Royal Rumble 2023, I believe. So it's been a long time. So that could represent the rebirth of Alexa and the Alexa character. And then Nikki could be symbolized with the Nightbird, which she does keep using in her tweets. She does keep putting them in her tweets. She does keep using that emoji, which is why people are now wondering if she is the Nightbird. So I don't know. Yeah, it's a great theory. Something to chew over and think about. Something else to think about, though. We were live doing UFC, so I really did not get a chance to study this. But the great thing is, on a rare occasion, I actually knew the answer to this one. And it's because I remember this character when I was young. So this is Uncle Howdy. You can see him standing there with his arms out. This is when he had attacked Chad. Chad is slumped against this box. So the background is Uncle Howdy in a corridor when we first saw him, the massacre, right? But what this is, layered over the top, is Max Headroom. Now, I know this for two reasons. One, because I remember the character. I don't remember what he actually did. I couldn't tell you what his show was, but I just remember him from when I was young. And two, because ages ago, I watched a YouTube video about a Max Headroom incident. I think a lot of us like those kind of videos, those kind of, did you know this had happened? And so there was an incident in Chicago. I couldn't have told you it was Chicago, but obviously we've got some tweets to look at. But I do remember it being in America, and basically someone had put a Max Headroom mask on, and they hacked into a TV channel. And so the people that were watching that channel were all of a sudden confronted by this character that had hacked in. Eventually the channel got the channel back, but they never caught who was responsible. They've never found out who did it, or even really how they did it. So, yeah, big mystery. One of those, did you know this kind of had happened situations. And so what can we get from all of this? What are we learning? Well, it's interesting that it says transmission interruption, because that's exactly what that was. It was a famous interruption of a transmission. This makes me think that they're gonna interrupt the show on Monday. This makes me think that we're going to be getting some interruption to the transmission. People have pointed out that that incident happened in Chicago. I don't know that there's any connection there, because we do have an NXT show coming up in Chicago. That's a pretty big deal. I believe it's the first one on the CW network. So I don't know if we're looking at that NXT, but really, other than the location, there's not really a connection there. I just think they're telling us they're going to interrupt Raw. They're going to interrupt the transmission. I feel like that's the message they're sending. So, transmission interruption with the Max Headroom thing over the top. So, and this is what he sort of looked like. I think, is that, yeah, that's Eminem dressed up as him. That is not exactly him, but that is what he sort of looked like. Have we got, there we go. Here we go. Max Headroom signal hijacking. So that is what it actually looked like. So that is Eminem, I think, paying tribute to Max Headroom. So Sean, shout out to you. Lexi said that there's a pig boy in there, but I don't know that there is. I can see what you've circled, and maybe something that looks a little bit like a snout, but I don't know. I can't quite make it out. I can't quite see it. I can just see a little bit of a snout, maybe. But I can't really see anything more than that. It's kind of around... I wonder if I can make this bigger. If I click on that, it's kind of about here. But to be honest, it might just be the way that, like, there's a bit of distortion. It might just be, like, the nose a couple of times. Because there's something over here as well, isn't there? So it might just be the way the image has been messed with, to be honest. So don't know about that, but I thought I would just include it in case anyone went, oh no, I can see it. Look, it's all over here. I'm not sure about that. But here's the incident. Look, SlamX said, what do we think this means? Will we see a similar hijacking on Monday? I believe so. So it happened in 1987. So the television signals of two stations in Chicago were hijacked, briefly sending a pirate broadcast of an unidentified person wearing a Max Headroom mask and costume to thousands of viewers in the Chicago area. So there we go. In fact, you can see the lines there, can't you, of the shutter in the background. So it's that. It's probably this exact image, actually. So here, Wyatt Sicks latest overlaid images, Max Headroom, the signal hijacking that happened in Chicago. Erase your mind's like, Chicago. I don't personally think there's anything in Chicago, but I just think that we're going to interrupt a transmission. That's kind of my reading of it. It has also been pointed out, this is Brian Last's profile picture. I don't think there's anything in that either. And then here's a video, YouTube video of the Max Headroom incident with subtitles. So there is a video which you can find if you type that in, Max Headroom incident, if you want to kind of learn more about it. So that's what we got from Wyatt Sicks. If we go to WWE, news that a match had time cut on Smackdown. You won't be surprised to learn it was the Piper Meechin match lost time, probably due to the cage match going maybe a bit too long. And so that had time cut. Mark, shout out to you. So apparently Hulu are leaving, WWE are leaving Hulu on September 25th. So apparently the replays now will be shown on Peacock. It says 30 days after the show airs on USA. Dave Meltzer was making out he's heard it's going to be a lot sooner than that. He's heard that the replays will be available on Peacock. I don't know when, but sooner than 30 days. So if you do watch catch up on Hulu, it is coming to an end in America. Not Hulu, just the relationship. Mark, shout out to you. So let's see what Adam Pearce has got to say.
All right, everybody. Hey, Raw GM Adam Pearce here, hoping you are having a wonderful weekend as I bring you some news for this Monday and Monday Night Raw live from Portland, Oregon. 2 matches to announce. First things first, talk about a grudge match. How about Damian Priest going one-on-one with Dirty Dom Mysterio? Can't wait for that. And when these two get together, very big and very bad things happen. It will be Bronson Reed going toe-to-toe with Braun Strowman. Plus, fresh off of my announcement of Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood, CM Punk is in the house. What will he have to say? Let's find out together. This Monday, live from Portland, Monday Night Raw at 8, 7 Central. Only on USA.
People have pointed out the Postman hat in the background, which Adam used when he went into the Firefly Funhouse. He has done these videos before, and that hat has been there before as well. So you can point it out as noteworthy, but I don't know that there's anything more to it than that, right? It was there in the background in a previous video. To be honest, I think it just lives on that shelf. So there we go. So yeah, Braun and Bronson again on Monday, and CM Punk. So very much looking forward to that. Wrestle Night, shout out to you. So here's Fadeaway Media saying that Roman has moved from the free agent segment over to the Smackdown page. So it looks like he is a full-blown Smackdown superstar again. Yeah, many congratulations to Lyra. So Lyra has got engaged to fellow Irish wrestler LJ Clearly. So there we go. So many congratulations. Look at that. Will you marry me on the beds? So there we go. I didn't even realize she was in a relationship, but many congratulations. So that is fantastic news. I don't like prying in people's private lives, but they've posted this. This is out there. So, yeah, many congrats. Mark says, tag me in this from Cultaholic. WWE has announced that the October 8th NXT taping in St. Louis will now be moved to a smaller venue. That's probably not good news, is it? It was going to be in a 17,000-seat Enterprise Center, but it's now been moved to the factory in Chesterfield. This can hold 3,000. So we've gone from a 17,000 arena to a 3,000 arena. What I'll say, though, is that's going to be pretty sick for seeing Randy Orton being in amongst just 3,000 people. And you get to see Randy Orton. So, yeah, bit of an L. Bit of an L for NXT there. I mean, I don't know if they've really pushed this in that area. I don't know what ticket prices look like. We certainly haven't announced any matches or anything for it. So, you know, tricky, but it is what it is. I don't think they'll be too worried because most of the time they just run in the Performance Center. You know, this is their developmental brand, so... Summers91 said, let's go. I'm beyond excited. Yeah, lots of excitement for this. That Motor City Machine Guns are apparently confirmed for WWE, according to PW Insider. I think it was pretty much confirmed anyway. I wasn't really in any doubt that they were coming in. But, yeah, PW Insider confirming this yesterday. Kelly, the wise lady, thank you. Just saying that Roman still isn't invited to Thanksgiving dinner. Brandi reacted to the end of Smackdown. No Thanksgiving, no cornbread. He can get his own portion of cornbread. So there we go, Brandi, making it very clear that he's still not welcome. Shakeem, shout out to you, said this is good news for you. WrestlePurist said there will be commercials on Netflix when Raw arrives on the platform. One reason that Netflix picked up Raw, let's whoosh it, picked up Raw is that they are working to incorporate commercials into the programming, and the pro wrestling audience is already accustomed to seeing ads during shows. However, Netflix will have more flexibility compared to traditional TV. They can adjust the timing and the duration of commercial breaks without the need for the show to adhere strictly to the second. I've got a question though. If you pay for a high bracket on Netflix, isn't that meant to be commercial free? So how are you now going to insert commercials into this live show if people are paying extra for a commercial-free product? That's my question. I don't have the answer to that because I don't work for Netflix. The reason as to why this is good for me, and it is actually good for me, is because we do scores for matches, and we do have a look on Twitter to see kind of what's being posted by the wrestlers. People are tagging me in things. I kind of feel like we need just occasional breathers from the show, I suppose, to kind of digest and discuss what has happened. One of my concerns was if it was just going to be show, and there was going to be no breaks, when would we actually get a chance to go, right, guys, what did you think about that? What did you think about that match? When would we get a chance to do that? When would we get a chance to go, oh, that was so good? Man, that bit where, you know, such and such came, you know, we use the commercial breaks for that to kind of digest and discuss. And so for me, there was a concern if this was just going to be on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. How would we tackle that on the streams? It'd be a challenge that we would overcome. It's not the end of the world. It's not a massive problem, but yeah, I really don't mind commercial breaks. It's kind of what I'm used to, and I use them, to be honest, during the live streams. So that's why Shaquem said this is good news for you. Wrestle Night, shout out to you, tagging me in this from Bayley. Bayley said, I think I missed filming the cool new Smackdown intro during my 3-week off season, and I blame Nia Jax. Very interesting that Bayley is not in the Smackdown intro, because of course there was a stipulation added that someone that loses, I mean, it's the hardest to understand stipulation, but you can get a title shot if you win on SmackDown. If you lose, you get moved to Raw, which would make sense if it was Naomi versus Bayley, but it's actually a tag match. So, what? What do you mean? Like, if Naomi pins Tiffany, does that mean that Bayley, who won the match, is on the winner's side, but she didn't get the pin? Does she then go to Raw? Like, what? Could you have made this any more complicated? So I don't really understand, but it is very interesting that she's not in the intro, right? Please, no one, don't bother contacting me trying to explain. I'll just wait till Friday, right? Or Monday, or whenever I've got to wait, and I'll just get it then. My point is that they really have made this overly complicated. I really hated that segment on Friday. Okay, and this was made as well. So this had Vicky Guerrero. I won't play the video, but Vicky Guerrero came over and basically said to Chelsea Green, like, loved what you were doing, all that kind of stuff. It's given me an idea. How about you and Michin in a dumpster match? And Chelsea was like, no, thank you. And then Nick Aldis arrived, and it was like, that's a brilliant idea. Vicky might not work here anymore, but that is a brilliant idea. And so they made the match. So it is going to be Chelsea against Michin in a dumpster trash match, which, Chelsea was like, I'm not free. I can't do it. I don't want to. I'm not going to do it. So she's very much against it. So that should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for that. Okay, Wyatt Sicks done. Oh yeah, UFC, not much in here. There he is, look, Dominik Mysterio. I think that's his wife, you know. I think that's Dominik and his actual wife. So Dominik was at the UFC show tonight. Rey Mysterio was at the UFC show tonight. Noche UFC mask as well. Very fun, very cool. Vibes are high at the Sphere. Look at that, nearly 500,000 views. Rey Mysterio, legend. And then, look at this. Why did Stephanie just give Nate Diaz the coldest dap up of all time? So, here, look. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what a dap up is. Is that where you go like that? Into that. It's that into that, innit? Yeah, she does do a good job. Look at the hands. Look at the hands. Yeah. A little bit of that as well. Oh. Look at her, just meeting MMA fighters and just... Yeah. Nick Khan, Triple H. I mean, I'm guessing this is the Sphere. I'm guessing this was tonight. Wouldn't be a shock them being there, would it? So, I'm sure they said, shall we do a show here? When are we doing WWE? Everyone's been saying that. Apparently, it costs a lot of money, and I don't expect anything anytime soon. But it was an amazing show. If you actually got to see UFC tonight, it was absolutely incredible. So that was UFC, or at least the WWE side. Here we go. Look, Ricky. Lots of Ricky things. There we go. Look, Ricky with the titles. WWE Ethan saying WTF. It's what he deserves. It's what he deserves. It was Ricky Gibson, one half of the indie tag team Midnight Heat with Eddie Pearl. So, Luke, thank you. That's who it was. I made that. Yeah, I was really pleased. I was like, Ricky, that's so close to Rocky. And when I looked at the poster, I was like, oh my God, I think I've actually got the skills to be able to make this poster. And I did. And it turned out better than I expected, actually. So I was so pleased with that. It deserved way more love than this. This is a disgrace. This deserved way more love. Honestly, the wrestling community hates me. This was like the most work I've ever done. And it got like... do you know what I mean? I could probably type out I like cheese and get like nearly 2,000 views. So, I mean, it's just not worth it, is it? I've retired now. I'm not doing these graphics anymore. This upset me. Deserved way more love. Look at this. OTC said dream match. Ricky versus Tonga Loa. Boom. Ricky versus Tonga Loa dream match, Matthew. NWL Ninja Jelly. Tagging me in this from Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce said respect for Ricky. Hashtag balds. And he is. I mean, it all checks out. There we go, Kelly. There's Ricky Gibson. What a picture. Look at this. Good vibes. Good colour palette. Love that. Kevin said thank you and sorry. Rocking Ricky G. So, Kevin apologising for what went down. Let's have a look at fun, shall we? There's Triple H. Look, checking Twitter. Watching the Wrestling Days live stream. That's me there going, hey, guys. Look at this from Paz. Here are some never-before-seen concepts that I did. Let's have a look at these, shall we? So, this is... I don't know what's happening down here. Hey? I don't know what this is. But here we've got Naomi, Smackdown, Berlin, Germany. That's nice, isn't it? German flag down the side. Apparently they didn't go with this. It's a shame. Looks good. This is zebra print, which I don't know when you would do that, wear that, but apparently we didn't do it. Ooh, that's nice. I don't even know what this is. Glow time. Money? It just looks like money, doesn't it? It's a bit Asuka. It's like Shane McMahon / Asuka inspired. It's kind of cool. And what's this one? This is America? Don't know. We've got stars. Red and white and... I don't know. I don't know what that one's for. It'd be good if it said what the show was. These look good, man. These look good. So here are some never-before-seen concepts that I did for Naomi. They were supposed to be worn, made, but plans changed. Tell me which one is your favourite. I like the colours on that one. But I don't like this one at all, actually. That one is my least favourite. This one... don't know. Probably my second. You can't quite make out like the detail. So I think that's my second favorite. But I think the first one. I think the German. I know what it is. I can tell what that is. Decent colors. German flag down the side. I'm sure the German people would have appreciated it. And the woman added a little penis there between her legs as well, which is hilarious, isn't it? Unnecessary. Doesn't need to be there, but she's like, I'm going to give her a little penis. And that's exactly what she did. So this is definitely my favourite. So there we go. That is Naomi and Naomi's penis. Down here, look, we've got Arianna Grace saying, as Miss NXT and the new liaison of NXT TNA, I must say that I do look forward to working with you, Mr Marella. Obviously funny because that's her dad. So it's Bryn again. Shout out to you. Oh, these are great. And there is a phone in these as well. You'll be pleased to see. So I don't want any hate here. People going, no, there's no phone. There's no phone and whatever. Look at this. Look at this. You've changed your mind now, haven't you? You've changed. I can't even do the pose. Where do I put my head? Like that. I had to throw this bikini away after. But there is a phone, look. Pretty fun phone case folder there. That's rubbish. Don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Someone copying me. I think that's Maxine, actually. I think she must have seen me do it in a magazine, because this was in loads of magazines, I'm sure you saw. And I think she's copied me. Yeah, so I did this pose as well, which made it into Playboy. She's seen that. She's obviously, she's all right. She's done an all right job. That was my original, which was, I think you'll agree, a lot better. A lot better. I've really got it in the face, haven't I? I really do have it in the face. I am so wasted doing this. It's things like this where I get a glimpse at like an alternative reality for myself, and I'm like, I don't know why I do this. Not when I could be doing that. You know what I mean? I'm doing it so well. Look at me. Look at me. Queen. I'm mother. Mother. That could be my mother, actually. So that was what we got here. What is wrong with this guy? He is vibing. Oh, I don't even know what this is, to be honest. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah, the dude in the background. Do you know, it's funny. During the live stream, I did see him. At one point, he does that. Yeah, there he is. I did notice him in the background. I never thought to actually get the footage and, like, just do this. This is brilliant from Hang 'em High. Look, dude standing. Oh, I didn't catch that bit. Yeah. Let's go. Brilliant. Brilliant work. Samantha, shout out to you. Erase Your Mind, shout out to you. The liaison from NXT is very professional, says Santino. And I can't play this because it's footage from TNA, but they did actually meet. They did actually meet. And it was really, really fun. Really good. So this was at TNA Victory Road. So Santino and Arianna Grace, it has happened. Santino Marella said the liaison from NXT is very professional. So yeah, very brilliant. So much fun. Only 50 seconds long, and I did retweet it. And then look at this. So Cody, when he checks his phone, obviously Seth not thrilled at the news that Cody is going to be partner in Rome, and after everything that went down in the build to WrestleMania. So Wrestle with Andy, thank you. Bayley said, oh, and you wouldn't. Wrestle Night, thanks. I did it. I missed this. It's only 7 seconds long. I'll chance it. I'll chance it. Look at what Bayley does with her hand. Look at this, right? Shaking. Oh, thinks again. Look. She knows what she wants to do. But I think her brain goes, Bayley, that's not PG. You can't do that. And she pulls out and like does that instead. I never noticed this. No, we got a bit of twerking. She wants to go. Do it. Here we go. Look. Oh. Bayley was about to smack it. Bayley goes, oh, and you wouldn't. Let's be real here, guys. P.S. I was just dancing. So, I love that. It's so good. I don't think we've got any other. I think that's everything. Oh, which is probably good because we've gone 10 minutes over anyway. We're having too much fun. Well, there we go. That was today's Unseen. I hope you enjoyed it, my friends. I will try and get another episode out for you later on tonight. I am going to go and rest my voice, though. Big thank you to everyone that joined us for UFC. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the support. And hopefully I will see you again later for another Unseen. Bye for now.